Hello everybody, Ross Madden here. Welcome to the show. Today we are discussing Donald Trump's tweet to the Iranian President Rouhani. He has really lit him up with this one. It's an all caps tweet. Let's get right into it. To Iranian President Rouhani, never ever threaten the United States again, or you will suffer consequences the likes of which few throughout history have ever suffered before. We are no longer a country that will stand for your demented words of violence and death. Be cautious. And this tweet got an unbelievable number of shares, an unbelievable number of likes, and an even more unbelievable number, over 100,000 replies. And the replies are talking a lot about, why don't you say something like this to Israel? And why are we always defending Israel when we're saying stuff like this to Iran? Isn't Israel causing a lot more problems in the Middle East than Iran is? And of course they are. But Donald Trump is kind of in the tank for Israel, at least on the surface. And I would argue, or I have argued, that Donald Trump is really a double agent. He is our guy behind enemy lines. And whether there is an Israeli alliance with Donald Trump or not, I am not completely convinced either way. But in either case, Donald Trump represents, objectively, Donald Trump represents a nationalistic objective. I mean, he has been pushing for America first. And also, he has really helped us. I mean, he's followed through with those claims. He got us out of TPP. He's getting us out of NAFTA. He's reducing our reliance on the EU, on foreign countries, on China for trade. So he's really pushing for a stronger America. When we are on the brink of moving towards a new world order, a stronger America is a decentralized motion. We're no longer about to become this world government. We're now kind of America again. And that is great. That's nationalistic. And so Trump is a decentralizer. In a world that is trying to centralize power, Trump is a decentralizer. And that's why I say Trump is our guy behind enemy lines. He's a double agent. And so that's why when he puts this tweet on your computer screen and it scares you, it's like, what are we doing? We're about to start a war with Iran for no reason? Well, no. This is a warning that the deep state, that Israel, that the factions within our government are on the brink of starting a war. And they want hot war so badly. This is a tweet. What does this really do? It does nothing except for warn people. It's a shot across the bow, which Trump does all the time. I'm pretty sure shot across the bow is written into Art of the Deal. I know that that's a negotiation tactic that he uses where he'll just say something, kind of lambast you a little bit just to let you know where he really stands. And then you can negotiate from there and find some middle ground. But he takes as much as he can when he starts his negotiation, and he's starting a negotiation from like a pretty much warmongering standpoint, which Israel definitely wants the United States to push. Israel would love for another war between the United States and another Middle Eastern country, and Iran is the big one. Iran is the one that Israel has been secretly at war with, behind the scenes at war with this whole time. And these smaller nations, Afghanistan, Syria, these nations were hoping to have them fall as preliminary steps to getting Iran and destabilizing Russia. So now, when Trump meets with Russia, when Trump says, hey, diplomacy with Russia is a good thing, and all of the media goes nuts, that is once again Trump proving that he is our guy behind enemy lines. He's not pushing for World War III. He's not pushing for war with Russia. Maybe peace with Russia. Maybe world peace. maybe we get to bring our troops home out of Syria. The White Helmets had to leave Syria recently. That's a brand new breaking news story, and that's great news. Trump said that they should go to Israel, where they would be welcomed because they're terrorists. So that is another great piece of news for the Syrians and Assad. And I just want to say that Trump is pushing for the right things in the Middle East, at home, with trade, at the border. He's pushing for the right things. And it freaks the media out, it freaks the deep state out, it freaks the globalists out. And so he's our local government guy. Even though it's a nationalistic thing, nationalism is the first step, and then you create an independence from the supranational bodies, from the international bodies, from NATO, from the TPP, and then you create the separation from the federal government at the state level, and you focus more on local government. And that is how you get back control of your government and declare independence from these massive government structures. And because Trump is pushing for these things, all of these people who are saying that the left-right paradigm is made up to separate us and that the whole system is broken and that we got to just avoid voting, and you can't trust Trump and you can't trust anybody, you can't trust government, well, you guys will all be voting for Trump in 2020 because Donald Trump is going to be up against a globalist, and you will stand with a coin in your hand, and that will be the way the election goes. Will it be a globalist or will it be Trump? And you will flip it up in the air and you will pray that it lands on Trump. And instead of just praying, you will march down to your local voting booth and you will check his name in the box. I'm telling you, Trump 2020 will be your vote. If you want a decentralized government, if you want local governance, if you want more control of your life and these supranational bodies to have less control, then you will vote for Trump in 2020. And that's why I voted for Trump in 2016. That's why I vote for him in 2020, and that's why I support him today. And that's why I preach his message. He's doing a pretty good job. You can't really fault him for what he's done as president. He's been dealt a pretty tough hand, and he hasn't really gotten a lot of help from the media the way Obama got help from the media. Everything that Obama got was just like on a golden platter. Here you go, sir. You want to start some wars? Well, here's a Nobel Peace Prize. Eventually, Trump will get recognized for what he's done in the Middle East, with Russia, at home, with ICE at the border, and Trump will be vindicated. That's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was Ross Madden with the Truther Think Tank. I hope you guys had a great Sunday, and I hope you have a great week. Amen.